In this video, I'm going to be talking about future active participles. Welcome back to bambasbat. Today, we're going to be looking at participles. What that means is we're going to be needing our noun endings. If you've forgotten them, don't worry. Head to the link below and find my free noun endings guide. It's got all the endings you'll need for first, second, and third declension, and we are going to need the first and second declensions today. So go and grab that before we start. It will really help you out. First of all, we need to know what is a participle. It's what's called a verbal adjective. That means that it's formed from a verb and it declines like an adjective. So it has tense because it's formed from a verb, but it also has number, gender, and case because it declines like an adjective. There are 4 types of participle, mainly. There's the present active participle, which is like carrying. There's the perfect passive participle, having been carried. There's the future active participle, being about to carry. And there's the perfect active participle, which is really only for deponent verbs, like having spoken. Today we're going to be focusing on the third one of these, which is the future active participle. If you've missed my other videos about present active and perfect passive participles, you can find them on my channel. And I'll be doing a video about perfect active participles very soon, so make sure you are subscribed for that one. So future active participles, they're formed from the 4th principal part in your dictionary. It matches the noun that it's describing in case, number, and gender. It declines like a 2-1-2 adjective. That's why you need your noun endings. So we have masculine, feminine, and neuter endings. The nominative forms of those end us, are, Again, if you're not sure about adjectives, you can find videos about those on my channel. A future active participle describes an action that's about to happen at the time of the main verb. And you can spot it really easily because it has you are after the stem, but before the us are ending. I like to say that it's future active participle. What's missing? You are. Like future. Helpful for remembering. Anyway, here are my 4 principal parts that you see in your dictionary. The 4th one is the one that we want. Our future active participles are formed from that. So portatus, I take my us off, I add you are, and then I add my endings after that. So it's like an extra syllable from the perfect passive participle. Here are the endings that you need for singular participles. So if you're describing a singular noun, you need to use these ones. And here are the ones for the plural participles. Those of you who are eagle-eyed will have seen that they are second declension, first declension, second declension endings. They are just like my 2-1-2 adjectives. So these are the endings that go after the you are that I've attached to my perfect passive participle, and that becomes my future active participle. Let's have a look at an example. Servus laboraturus fessus erat. Laboraturus is my future active participle. The being about to work, slave, was tired. Now that's a very clunky way to translate this sentence. It's absolutely correct, but it's very clunky. So I might say, the slave who was about to work was tired. What I've done here is I've made it a much more natural translation. I've taken my future active participle, being about to work, and I've set it within the context of the main verb. My main verb, erat, is an imperfect, was. He was tired. That is why I have made it into a who was about to work. At the time the main verb was happening, he was going to do this. Here's another example. Femina magistrum vocatura cecidit. This time I have a feminine nominative noun, which is being described by my nominative participle, vocatura. This sentence means the being about to call the teacher, woman, fell over. This sentence is a bit silly, to be honest, but it highlights the point that my ending has to change based on my noun that I'm describing. In this case, I'm not describing the teacher. I'm not describing the magister. I'm instead describing the femina. That means that I need to use a feminine ending to match my woman. Now again, this is a very clunky way to describe it, being about to call. So what I'm going to say is, the woman who was about to call the teacher fell over. So translating these is actually a lot easier than it sounds. You just have to make it make sense in English. Make sure you get that future sense in, being about to do something, and make sure that it makes sense with the tense of the main verb. Don't change the tense of that main verb. You know what tense. Cecidit is perfect. It can't be anything else. So I know that she fell over, past tense. So she was about to call the teacher. The idea is, but she fell over, so possibly didn't. So just to remind you, these are our endings. This is how we form future active participles. I take my fourth principal part, I add my UR, and then I add these endings. And that's all there really is to future active participles. Make sure you keep that active sense when you translate it, being about to do something herself or himself, rather than something being done to her. It is not passive, it is an active participle. Remember, if you're struggling with any of these endings, go and download my free noun endings guide. It's got a complete set of the noun endings for first, second, and third declensions, and it'll be really helpful for these 2-1-2 ending participles. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it's been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll see you next time on bambasbat.